Have you met people who never seem to come to a solution? They are always looking for other alternatives. And have you seen some people who are sticklers for procedure? They're so procedural, a little bit rigid maybe? Today we are going to discuss motivation patterns related to reason. The first pattern is options pattern, where people are looking for alternatives, possibilities, a lot of options. They want their quest to be open-ended. They do not want to arrive at a solution. Options people like to improve, have unlimited possibilities. They want to find new ways to do it. Sometimes they like to bend and break rules to find ways to do stuff. And sometimes they may even avoid doing it altogether, just finding different ways. As you can see, they might be very creative. Whereas the procedures people, they like to go step by step. There is just one way to do it, the correct way, the right way to do it, and follow the process. The language patterns you find in options people are the list of criteria, choice, options, opportunities, possibilities. We can break this rule. There are many ways to do it. Is there another way to do it? This is just one way. Procedures people like to tell you what came first, then, secondly, and lastly. The process to this is the first step, the next step, the correct way, the right way, the one way. There is only one way. It's a proven methodology, tried and tested. Whereas procedures people like to tell you the proven method, tried and tested, the one way, the step-by-step way, the facts, the events leading to this. This happened, then, secondly, lastly, the first step, and so on. The question to be asked is, why did you do this? Why did you choose to do something or find something or buy something? Options people will tell you criteria. It was this color, this salary, this place, this location, and all such things. Whereas the procedures people might end up telling you a story. I was doing this, then this happened, and then someone called me, and lastly, and so on. A specific thing procedures people say is, I didn't choose this. This happened and that happened. They go in a storytelling mode. There is also a mix of the two found, where the person might tell you the criteria in addition to the storytelling. So how do you influence these people? For the options people, we use their language. This is one way to do it. Can you think of another? Let's break the rules a little bit for you. They get very excited when someone breaks or bends the rules for them, and that might trigger them to take an action. Usually, an options person, especially if he is a reactive type, might not get up from where they're sitting and do something. So they might need a push, and the possibility that you're breaking some rules for them might excite them to do that. However, for options people, sometimes they get too lost in options, and that might create a confusion. So make sure not to give them too many options. Also, making a choice means eliminating options, which is not something they're comfortable with. So we can use a language which says that by choosing this, you free yourself for so many options as a consequence. For a procedure person, influencing language is a little easier. If we get them involved in a procedure, it is easier for them to see it through. Let's do this first, then that, then this. This is the correct way. This is the right way. There's only one way to do it. They get involved and follow the procedure. There is also a mix of the two. A person who also is an options and procedures person, you can use a mix of the two. We can tell them we can do this and that, and it gives us these options, and what is another way to do that, and so on. Sometimes options people also slip into procedures unknowingly. especially in a sequence where they are being sold or being convinced about something. So while you're giving them options, they might be getting edgy to look at what's next. In such a case, we can ask them, are you ready for the next step? If they are not, then we can still give them options, and if they say yes, then we can take them to the next step and then look at that place for options. So when you ask a person, why did you do this? An options person will give you their criteria, while a procedures person will tell you how they arrived at this place. The other motivation pattern is procedures. These people like to stick to one solution, one process. They like to go step by step, follow a given process.